So if you get rid of ba in the beginning of Be Rabbi, it would have been Rabban Nas, for example. Qul a'udhu Rabban Nas or Rabbun Nas, for example. But the fact that Be came, it gave Rab Kasra, and then Rab is Mudaf, and An-Nas is Mudaf ilayh. Lord of mankind. Yes. It's playing Mudaf to the Nas, yes. Allahu, this is your Mubtada. This is your predicate. Nurus samawati. That's your subject. Allah is the light of heavens. Nurus samawati. And then Waw is just, Wawul Atf. That means it's just adding. So Allahu Nurus samawati or Allahu Nurul arze. If there was no samawati, it would have been Nurul arze. So Allahu Nuru samawati wal arze. Two mudaf ilayhis. Hadihi naqatullah. This is the she camel of Allah. Muhammadun, your mubtada. Rasulullah is your predicate. And mudaf ilayh. Lahum Darus Salam. Now this is a tricky one. If I was to ask you, go ahead and explain this sentence to me. Lahum Darus Salam. Lam is the possession, right? Hada li, laka, lana, right? So lahum, for them, is home of safety, Darus Salam. Now Darus Salam is Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh. That's clear. But the fact that lahum is jar and majroor, lam is something which gives jar to the word that comes afterwards. It's actually khabar muqaddam. That means giving you the subject before they have given you the predicate. It should have been Darus Salame lahum. Right? Darus Salame lahum. That means what? The safe home of safety is for them. That's how the sentence should have been. But the sentence is how? Lahum Darus Salame. So they flipped or they switched the structure of the sentence. Let me write it up. So you have, in a normal case, you have mubtada and you have khabar. Right? You have the predicate and you have the subject. Here what they have done, it should have been lahum afterwards and Darus Salam. Darus Salam. Reversed. So when it's reversed, does that mean this becomes mubtada? No. This still remains the khabar because this is the one that's giving you the news. For them is Darus Salam. So they just call this khabar or the subject which has been given priority. They call it khabar muqaddam. That means they discuss the khabar before they discussed the predicate. You see what I mean? Usually when there's jar and majroor, they can switch it. They usually do. Because in Arabic, that's how the structure makes more sense. But you should have Darus Salame lahum. That's the proper way of saying it. But sometimes, because of the eloquence or whatever the case may be, it may be flipped upside down. You should stick to the normal one. Yeah. But whenever there's harf-e-jar, like lam or fi or ala, they may switch things around. For example, when I gave you the example of fil bayti, right? Fil bayti, right? It was al bayt, added a fi to it. In the house. For example, I want to say Muhammad is in the house, right? So Muhammadun fil bayti, right? This is the normal way of putting the sentence together. Muhammad is in the house. This is your mubtada and this is your shibh jumla, which is the khabar. But you can also say, Fil Bayti Muhammadun. It does not change the meaning. In the house is Muhammad. So whenever you have this Shibh Jumla situation where you have the Jar and Majroor, or Lam and something else associated with it, let's say Lahum, you can make it Muqaddam on top of your predicate. Fasbir inna wa'adallahi. So wa'ada became mansub because of the word inna. They say innal insana. And then Allah is just being, just pulling it, it just became mudaf ilayh to the word wa'ad, promise of Allah. All right, thank you very much. Inshallah, we'll stop over here. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Don't know.